think. And it did. Oh, and it's loud again. But I don't know how to change it, the volume.
That's fine.
I just turned it down from us, so.
Hey.
Oh.
Ooh. Welcome to Tech Talk Today, where we discuss tech, and it's always today. Today, we are recapping Apple's California streaming event, and what have you. Hello, Megan.
Hi, Jake. How are you?
How's it going?
Well,
I'm so good.
good. It was a good day.
It was a fantastic day.
Apple
Every
announced.
day that an Apple event is existing is a day. Those are
Yes.
words.
Yes. No, you are completely correct. They are words, and that statement is 100% correct because Apple announced how much money I will be giving them today.
Oh, same.
Well, on Friday.
And the amount may shock you.
Probably not if you buy Apple products, though.
Yeah. But the amount that I'm going to spend may shock you.
Ooh. Well, do we want to
We'll get to that later.
do we want to hop into our topics for the day, which is basically just a recap of the event?
Let's go for it.
Cool. So the first one is the new iPad. And for those listening, I put new in quotes because is it actually new or is it just the A12 that's new in it?
A13 Bionic.
Oh, that's right. The A13. My bad.
Yeah.
If I would just look in my notes.
I mean, that's about it, right? The A13 Bionic is new into that iPad.
It's new in it, right? That's what's in the phones currently?
Yes.
Or no, that's what's in like 2 phones ago.
Yeah, because right now we're on 14 Bionic.
Mm-hmm.
in the 12s. But yeah, the new iPad just got the A13 Bionic chip.
Yeah. I mean, I know in my notes I put
Eh, I mean,
like
you and I also aren't the target audience for it.
you are correct. We are completely not the target audience. I don't quite know who the target audience is with that new iPad mini and the iPad Air being out necessarily. I'm guessing the target audience is like a cheap tablet that you can just give to someone. Cheap for Apple tablet that
Yeah.
you can just give to someone, but like that is definitely not I'm not in my realm.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think this is primarily, like, an education tool, because, like, with this device, they always advertise $330 or 300 for schools. So, like, I think it's just an inexpensive way to get iPads in hands in classrooms, and also,
Yeah.
like, inexpensive, like, give your child a tablet so they stop crying tool.
That's fair. That's fair because like I know my wife's a teacher, so like my wife's school is full of Chromebooks. And like
Mhm,
literally every classroom, whether they have Chromebooks or not in the classroom, they at least have Chromebook towers that can all charge in. So I'm guessing
mhm.
they're trying to like battle that market a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I that's my guess as to
Hmm.
who the, target audience is, but yeah, it's the same iPad that we've known and loved for years now.
Still
It's
using that first
inexpensive.
gen pencil that has the
Yes.
cap and plugs in via the charging port.
Yes. Yeah, earlier today I was like, "Why can we just get rid of the first gen pencil already?" And then I did a little bit of digging and realized, like, why the first gen pencil exists. Like, it is cheaper than the second
Hmm.
generation, and the second generation offers a lot more tools. And then, like, every iPad that supports the generation also supports the first generation, which I didn't realize. I thought,
Oh
like, your
wait.
iPad only supported second gen or first gen.
Oh, I did too.
Yeah,
This is news.
yeah. I was like, wait, what is going on with the Apple Pencil? And like, I just went to the
Huh.
Apple Pencil product page and learned all
But
about the iPads that support it.
so how do you though pair the old pencil to the new iPad? Do you have to have one of those like USB-C to Lightning adapter things?
Oh, maybe I'm
Because
incorrect.
like, isn't that how you pair it? Was that you stab it together, you plug it in?
Yeah. Huh. Well,
But
now I don't know.
that's okay. We
We'll
will either
fix it in post.
we'll yeah, we'll just do a follow up next time.
Perfect.
There we go.
Perfect.
I can try to find Katie's, and because I have one around here and I have my new iPad, so
Ooh, do it, do it, do it.
yeah, I'll have to find it and then we'll follow up in the next episode. So you gotta make sure you listen to hear if we're right or wrong.
Tune in next week, or more specifically, tune in next time.
Yeah. Um. But yeah, I mean the A14. I mean the iPad Air is out. The A14. How much of a price difference is the new iPad to the iPad Air? Did you look that up?
I did, and I meant to have it at the ready, but we're going to look at it now and listen to my wonderful keyboard clicks.
I've gotten really good at like silent clicks with my mechanical keyboard. Don't ask me how, because I didn't know that was possible. But
Well, I think if I just type slowly,
uh,
we should be good.
so the iPad
So
Air $599 is the base
yeah,
model for 64 gigabytes.
yeah, and the iPad is 329
Okay, well
up
that's a good
to yeah,
That's a good
yeah.
price difference there. I mean, yeah, it's not. I'm not the target audience, but you know where I could see this if I was gonna give it to like you said a school, or if I just wanted like an iPad that ran like if I wanted an iPad on the wall to run like the home app or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
not bad.
man, I want that life.
Same,
Just slap an iPad on the wall. I mean, I
same.
always anticipated, like, getting an iPad mini to throw up on the wall, but today, Apple announced a new iPad mini, and it is magical, and I would feel horrible sacrificing it to just living on a wall.
Okay, but if you did it correct, you could use both. It could just be your iPad mini that you store on the wall.
Ooh, fancy.
Because it is super fancy. I was actually really excited. Like I've been actually hoping for this iPad mini to come out for a while, where we got the redesign for the flat edges like the iPad Air 4 and the iPad Pros have had.
Mhm.
It has the same chip as the new as like the phones do now, the A15, or it will have the same chip as the phones that are about to come out. Spoiler alert for later. Um, so it has the A15, and more excitingly for me is it's USB-C. Like, let's hold on. Will
Yay! Applause.
Woo! Like I was so excited when they like brought. I figured with the flat design they'd bring the USB-C, but you never know because it's Apple. They might be like, we have this bin of Lightning connectors. What do we do with them now? But like slowly but surely, everything has turned into USB-C in the house except for the phones and
Ugh.
the AirPods, and yeah. But aside from that, everything is USB-C. My camera is even over, not the one I'm using right here though, is USB-C charging.
I think mine has that capability.
But like, I was just excited. It's one less cable I have to carry if I were to get it.
Yes. If you were to get it. If Megan?
It's more like a win. Actually, my wife and I had this conversation recently of like, I really want a reading iPad.
Mm-hmm.
Like one that's small enough to read. I have the 12.9 inch iPad Pro, which is a monster. I don't like carrying that to bed if I don't have to. But like, I also want to start reading more. And instead of picking up books or a Kindle, I'd rather just pick up an iPad because I already have books in the bookstore, right? It's books now, not iBooks.
Yes.
Yeah. So in the bookstore, I already have tons of books. And so it'd be great if I could just keep the continuity there and have the iPad mini. And I was literally waiting for this refresh to where it had the support for the Gen 2 Apple Pencil, the flat edges, and USB-C.
Woo.
Yeah.
It's so cute. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I somewhat pay attention to the rumor mill. And I was not prepared for an iPad mini today, which is probably on me. Like, I probably just didn't dig deep enough. So like that was
Mm-hmm.
a really good surprise. And it's so cute and I love it.
Yeah. It's cute. It's pretty. It comes in purple, pink,
Oh, the purple is so good.
gold, and space gray. Oh, starlight. I'm sorry, not gold.
Starlight.
Yeah.
What are you if you get an iPad mini, what color are you gonna get?
I'd probably get starlight, TBH. And then also add me, and then, well, I'm sure Katie would want. We talked about getting them together, so probably there would be a purple iPad also in the house.
Yes, yeah, that purple is very nice. Like if I got an iPad mini, I would get the purple one.
Mm-hmm.
It's
very on brand for you, also.
Yeah, blues and purples, love them. So good. But I don't, as much as I want to be, I am not an iPad person. Like,
That's fair.
I've got the first generation iPad Pro, like the 12-inch or whatever it was called.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the time it just sits in my backpack dead. And like occasionally I will pull it out and charge it and use it, but it's rare.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe I'll get a 9th generation iPad, whatever, or just the boring cheapo iPad if I ever decide that I need to replace my iPad. Maybe I am the target audience.
Maybe you are, and that's why they make it. It's for the people who are like, I don't need one, but it would be nice to have one.
Yeah,
and you wouldn't have to buy the new pencil because you'd already have your pencil.
I do.
Yeah, and it supports Center Stage, which is pretty neat, right?
Oh, Center Stage is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't do something like that on the phones.
I'm guessing because usually your phone isn't in portrait mode. It's like,
but they advertise Center Stage for like even when it's vertical, like
right.
it still works. I wonder if it's like a quality thing, like they want to have a higher quality camera in the phone.
And it has something to do with the ultra wide camera too, is what it made it sound like in the keynote. So I wonder if the phone just doesn't have that ultra wide camera in it.
Yeah, not as wide as the others. But TikTok supports it.
There you go. Gotta get those TikToks going, Jake.
I love how many times TikTok came up in the Apple presentation today. Like TikTok supports Center Stage, and they're going to support SharePlay, so you can watch TikToks with your friends.
I'm so excited.
Which I'm a little nervous because like my For You page is very personal.
That's fair.
Like,
My For You page has gone to the lesbian TikTok, and I don't know how to get off of it, which is
same,
fine.
but yeah, TikTok. What? How do I describe it? TikTok thinks that I am an ex-Mormon lesbian with a 3D printing problem and a Marvel
Interesting.
fan. And a Marvel fan. There's a lot of Marvel content on my For You page.
I do not have enough as much Marvel content as I'd like,
Hmm.
but
I'll just send you all the Marvel things so it tricks the algorithm.
there we go. It'll work there. But
Woo.
yeah, TikTok was up there quite a lot, and I was like, interesting. I wonder how much what that brand deal was like at the same time, because that was quite a bit there. It was pretty prominent in like everything. I felt like
Right? I don't know that. Have they ever
I didn't
really
even know they
featured
had
like
an iPad
Marvel
app.
movies
Did
yet?
they? Do they?
I don't know. Maybe they're working on one.
Hmm.
Wild.
Craziness.
Yeah.
But Jake,
What else? Ooh.
something you told me is that it is your year for upgrading your Apple Watch. Is that right?
It is. It is.
So
Ugh.
were you good with this upgrade?
Yes. Yes. I think the biggest thing that sold me on it was the larger display.
Mm-hmm.
So like I have the Apple Watch Series 4. And I recently won an Apple Watch Series 5 in stainless steel gold from work.
Ooh, that sounds pretty though. Like they always
It,
looked pretty. I just never wanted one.
I like I've always wanted one, but I never wanted to spend the money on the stainless
Mm-hmm.
steel. And like I have one now, but it's like a couple generations older. And like the display on the Series 7 is so nice. Oh, my lights just turned off.
Oh no.
Hey Siri, set streaming.
Sorry for everyone who also had stuff go off.
Oops. Oh, God, that
Matthew
might have been
Meek says that makes two of us.
Yeah, I have a motion detector in my bedroom. So when I go to bed and fall asleep without turning the lights off, which happens like every night, it turns the lights off after
Regarding
15
the
minutes.
upgrading the Apple Watches.
Oh, that makes more sense. I mean, Matthew Meeks also has a smart home, so that's where
That would it would all make sense for all the things.
yeah.
I think it's also
Yeah.
my year to upgrade. But I'll have to decide if I actually want to or not.
Do it. Oh, that new display. I mean,
It was a pretty display with the wraparound, like the way that the glass is with the wraparound, so you can actually see it go like fully to the edge.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I could also do the responsible thing and save money and just use this stainless steel Apple
Or
Watch.
you could sell the stainless steel.
That's true.
Sell
Matthew
your
Meeks, you want to buy an Apple Watch?
sell your current watch also, and then you're done.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm leaning towards getting the new Series 7. As far as like new features on the watch, there's not a whole lot. Like it's the screen is bigger, the and brighter.
Yeah.
It's more durable and it has better fall detection for bikes. And
Yeah,
that's
I
about
think that
it.
was it. Oh, and it has, but the feature is the keyboard swipey thing, right? But that's with watchOS, isn't it? Or is it with this
Yeah.
specific watch?
I thought it was with the specific watch.
Oh, I mean, I guess that would make sense because the screen is bigger. But they did Sherlock an app.
Oh,
What app? They Sherlocked a Apple Watch app. I think it's called Swipey. That literally will like you can swipe on your key. You can swipe on your watch, get the words right, like swipe to text, get the words right, and then it copies it, and then you can paste it or something similar to that.
oh, cool! I didn't even know that
Yeah.
existed.
Yeah. Matthew Meeks is not going to take your offer because it still wants a 7.
Same. I get that. I'm probably also going to get the 7, or I could do the financially smart thing and not.
I already told you the financially smart thing where it doesn't cost you money.
Yeah, I'm having trouble finding someone to sell it.
Oh, that's fair.
I just don't want to deal with like eBay or Facebook Marketplace, but I'll
You
keep
could
trying
trade it into Apple.
for $185.
Oh, gross.
Yeah.
Never mind. I guess it's not that financially smart then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like there's not a whole lot else that's new on the Apple Watch this year.
I don't think so. Did they get new colors? Or was
The
that
green.
the
It
green
does
is
come in
new?
green. Yeah.
Yeah.
The blue is the blue feels like it's brighter
Uh-huh.
than last year's blue.
I,
But they added that forest green color, which is really nice.
I'm still slightly upset that the blues on the Apple Watch don't match any of the blues on the phones.
Yeah.
I just don't quite understand. Like, literally, if I could have it match with the blues, it would be more of a buy, but it's not.
Interesting.
Oh,
Interesting.
it wouldn't be more of a buy. Well, I feel like my watch is a bit different, like where I want it to be like a neutral color,
Yeah.
which
That's
is
fair.
yeah.
That green is probably a little bit more neutral than the blue. Like it's darker and more subtle.
Yeah,
But
I wonder if it's like if it looks similar to the green that was on the 11.
yeah, that's kind of how that's how what I thought inspired it was that forest green or whatever they called it on the
Yeah.
iPhone 11, which was a good color. Although I do really like the blue that they had on the 12.
Oh, that was the Pacific blue was a super pretty blue.
Yeah.
But with the Apple Watch, they did announce some new Fitness Plus things, right?
Yeah.
Group workouts, which I don't think solves my issue of wanting two Apple Watch burn bars or Apple Watch circles on the Apple TV. But it is super cool that you can use at some point SharePlay to do group workouts
Right.
with
Like I don't know. Do you want to be workout buddies, Megan?
Sure. Look, this actually
Yay.
enables us to be workout buddies because we are across states.
Yay!
Yeah. We need accountability. That's our biggest issue is we have no accountability, and just having the like little notification saying you closed all your like Jake closed all their rings. It's like that doesn't do anything for me because I'm just like, and I'm just gonna sit here and keep playing Tetris.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yesterday I closed all my rings, but that's just because I was like running back and forth across the building all day.
That's fair. That sounds like a training day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, group workouts. They also added Pilates and
Ooh.
guided meditation, which is coming like next week, I think.
Oh, nice.
Um,
So
yeah,
what
I'm excited
exactly
for
is
those.
Pilates?
I don't know.
Okay, we were discussing this the other day because we actually don't know what Pilates is. Like, and we found this we have this local coffee shop, and we always have to park in front of the Pilates studio, but we don't know what Pilates is. So we were like, what is it? But then we never looked it up.
Same. Not a clue.
Okay, great. Well,
It
if
looked
anyone
like-
knows out there, let us know because
Yeah, it looked like it was like yoga, but boring.
oh, okay. Well,
I don't know. I really don't know.
interesting. Huh.
But yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. I mean, I'll try it still. Doesn't mean
Yeah.
I won't. Just means it's just something I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really excited for the guided meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love ways to make my brain check out, so very
Yeah.
excited for that.
Yeah, I need to do more of that. That would be nice. I used to use
Yeah.
Headspace a lot.
Oh, nice.
But then I stopped at some point. Work probably got too hectic to actually do it, but
I get that. Because yeah, like back when the rumor mill was going for the uh, upcoming version of WatchOS
Mhm.
earlier this summer, there were a lot of reports that Apple was going to be making a new like mindful mind app
yeah.
where so like they expanded some of the like mindfulness capabilities of the Apple Watch, but like the rumors made it seem like there was going to be more, so I think this Fitness Plus kind of meditation helps round that out nicely. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
it'll be fun to try that out next week or
Yeah.
whenever it comes out. I think it's next week.
I have
Don't
no
hold me to that.
clue. I have no clue about the rumors. I know that Xcode 13 Grandmaster GM just launched. So
Yeah, I
I need
think
to
all
actually go and download that. Did all the
think
GMs launch?
I think all the release candidates launched. Yeah,
It's time for me to take all my stuff off beta
yeah.
so that I can
and
just did macOS launch yet? Usually macOS is the
probably
holdout
not.
for everything.
Yeah. Probably not. I saw a bunch of tweets saying, "Hey, there's the release candidate build," but didn't actually look
Yeah.
at them.
Oh, that's fair. I saw a lot of tweets and didn't actually look at them either. All right. So now on to the only iPhone part of the announcement.
Yes.
It is probably the most exciting part for me of the announcement, besides the iPad Mini that I was literally like waiting for since they announced the iPad Pros.
Yes.
All right, so the iPhone 13. We got a smaller notch, which
Woo!
I guess is cool.
Yeah, the notch never bothered me personally.
I mean, same. I always took it as like it's their branding because of how they can make it go up like that and do the dog ear thing more so. But
Yeah.
I don't
King of
know.
dog ears.
Yeah, sorry, the dog had to shake his head. He's
Perfect timing.
yeah, it's perfect timing. They're always big on their recycling cases and like recycling use cases. So like they put water bottles in the casing of the iPhone 13 is what I
Yeah, it's
understood
like
from the keynote.
so like the bands that or the little dividers that separate the antenna bands that is also like the case.
Hmm.
That plastic is made from 100% recycled water bottles now, which is
Neat.
super cool.
Yeah, that's cool. I like whenever they actually do stuff like that and not just like, okay, we're gonna pull the power adapters from everything and that's gonna save the world.
I just made the biggest eye roll.
Uh,
I mean, they're not wrong, but it is also a money grab.
oh yeah, most
But
definitely. I don't know what this note means for me, so I'm gonna delete it. Or unless you wrote that one,
I didn't write that.
right? Um, we get OLED screens in the smaller phones. I think this is the first year they've done OLED screens, right? In the
They had
smaller phones.
OLED last year.
Oh, they
Year.
did in the
Yep.
12s.
Yeah, the iPhone 12 introduced OLED for the non-Pro
Oh,
models.
okay. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I probably would have actually gone down a bit more, or thought about going down, but
Yeah.
the A15
Yep.
is it out
A15,
faster?
A15 Bionic.
Yeah. It's faster, better, strong. I feel like by the time we get to the iPhone, we've actually already like said all the tech that's coming out because there's like it goes in everything else at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
The cameras got the big update. They got the reason that we both went to the 12 Pro Max last year, the sensor shift, which was neat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that was so like I had the 11 Pro Max and I was planning on downgrading to the 12 Pro in size. Because up until last year like the cameras were identical in the Pro and the Pro Max. But then they went and added sensor shift for the main wide angle lens. And I'm like, oh, nope, I need that. So then got the Max. So I was very excited to see that they put sensor shift in the other phones this year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that was, I mean, the sensor shift was my reasoning for going to the 12 Pro Max, or else I would have just stayed at the 12 Pro. And the last Max phone size I had was I guess it was whenever it was the plus sizes. So I had the iPhone 8 Plus, and that was the last big phone that I had, and I hated it because of the size. And then the 12 Pro Max came out, and I was expecting to pick up travel a lot sooner, and then I just don't travel anymore. I don't even leave my house really. So it was,
Yeah, work from home.
yeah, I'll work from home, which is great. But like, so like now it's like, great, I am actually going to downgrade, but I'm still not going to go for the 13. But I think you said you were possibly going to the 13 mini. Have you decided? Are you going to decide by the end of this? Are we going to have a whole discussion?
There's going to be a discussion and a reveal of something that's probably going to change like 8 more times before Friday pre-orders start. But I am saving that for the end. You
All
have
right.
to continue listening, listeners. I almost called you all users. Users, you have to continue listening, users. Can you tell I've been writing training documentation all week?
It happens. I totally get it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for cinematic mode. We'll touch on cinematic mode with the Pro and Pro Max because that's where it was really like highlighted. And then battery life increases, which is nice if you do decide at some point. If anyone decides out there to go to the Mini, you get better battery life now, which I know is a big bummer for the Mini, to be honest. Like from what I've heard.
Yeah, like an extra hour and a half on the Mini, 2.5 hours on the iPhone 13.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's good. I mean, battery life is always good. Oh, and they introduced a new wallet for the phone. They introduced the Find My Wallet, which when you deconnect your MagSafe wallet, it will let you know that your wallet has been disconnected. So, as Jake and I both go and show on camera what happens. But fun fact, my wallet looks brand new. So you're welcome, because I bought it yesterday, and that's why this accessory was announced today.
It's literally the exact same wallet, but it has Find My support. So if you lose it, you can find it. And I'm like, that's brilliant.
Yep.
Do I want to spend another $60 or however much the wallet costs just to get that Find My support?
Nope.
Maybe a little bit.
Well, I do, and I don't at the same time. Like I told my wife about it, and she was like, "Yeah, I was kind of concerned whenever you showed me how the wallet worked yesterday, like about you and your wallet, with how much you just like kind of either throw things down or just leave things places, and how clumsy you are." And I was like, "That's fair. I probably should think about returning it, but the issue is I threw away the box yesterday."
Oh
And
no!
in the box, I mean, the trash is still here in the house, but in the trash, I made coffee this morning, so there's coffee grounds on top. So
Wash the box.
I'm basically like, well, I'm done now. This one is mine.
Yeah. Oh gee.
But you're welcome, everyone, because that is what happened. I purchased
Yes.
I purchased the wallet, and now we have wallets.
It's your fault that they
Yep.
added the Find My.
So if you were
Speaking
holding
of-
out, you should do it. You should get it.
Yeah, no, you absolutely should now. That's amazing. Speaking of boxes, that was also I don't know why it excited me so much, but in the iPhone 13 and iPhone 13 Pros, they are no longer plastic wrapping the packaging.
Ooh, I didn't know that. I missed that
Yeah,
part.
yeah. So they are reducing that plastic waste
Ooh,
on
all that
the
plastic
iPhones.
waste.
Yes, yeah, and they said that they're going to expand this to all their products in the future.
Mm-hmm.
But they're starting with the iPhone 13 and 13 Pro packaging, which was really exciting. But also, it's a little like I'm gonna miss it, like that unboxing
Right, that was
experience, of, like,
always part of.
feeling the plastic. Oh, I have goosebumps just like imagining it, and now I'll never get to do it again unless I open that Apple Watch Series 5 that's been sitting on my counter all week.
The only reason to open it is so that you can get that. Well, now you have to wait to open the Series 5 until you get your new phone, because once you get the new phone, then you can simulate it by opening the watch, and then you can just
Hey.
open the box normally.
That's super clever. I love it.
I got you. Are they getting, since you know about this, are they getting rid of the like the screen one?
I don't know.
Because that
Yeah,
is like actually the most satisfying one.
that one is really satisfying. I hope it's still there. I guess we'll find out.
I guess so.
In 2 weeks.
Is that the real? I know pre-orders Friday. I don't actually know when they come out. I had a meeting that interrupted the event, and then
24th.
I just kind of watched a little bit of it.
The 24th. And what day of the week is
Ooh,
the 24th?
Friday.
A Friday?
Yeah.
I just opened my calculator. That is unhelpful. I
It
wanted
is-
to open a calendar.
It is a Friday.
Excellent.
Yes. Yeah. So it's next Friday. Yeah, 1 week.
Woo.
Yeah. Woo. So this Friday I will not be at home. I will be I'm actually out I have a friend's wedding that I'm a part of. And so I will not be at home, but I will place my pre-order I will set an alarm to place my pre-order correctly.
At 7 a.m. Central?
Yeah.
I kind of miss the 2 a.m. wake up and order your phone and go back to sleep.
I never did that. Fun fact.
Whoa.
Last year was the first year that I did a day one phone.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I had always waited till I could just walk into the store because, immediate satisfaction. For some reason, ordering day one when I could get it immediately was not immediate satisfaction. But being able to walk into the store is different, where you still have to wait 2 months to actually walk into the store.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, like, I used to wait in line because I would always trade in my phone, and like it used to be, you couldn't trade in via an online order or anything. So like I would wait in line and camp out, and there was one night I camped out in the food cart of a local mall, and Apple bought us pizza, and it was awesome.
Oh, that's fun.
It was so fun.
That sounds so fun. I miss those days. Like I missed them and missed them.
Excellent. Yeah, no, I just wake up at my normal time and boop, 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 done.
That's what'll happen this year. It'll be great.
Yep.
All right. So these pros, the Pro line. We're gonna shift gears here now into the Pro lines.
Excellent.
ProMotion is out on the iPhones now. The iPhone Pros, you get that fancy 120 hertz screen refresh. Now, do you actually notice a difference between the 120 hertz?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Like, none of my devices have a 120 hertz screen, and I have a friend who has an iPad Pro, and like whenever I'm hanging out with her and she breaks out her iPad, it's just so buttery smooth, and I want it.
Interesting. Okay. My experience has been I can't tell the difference.
Oh, fascinating.
So like I can't like I can very easily go between my iPad
Mm-hmm.
and my phone and not nothing. Like if I'm scrolling through photos or whatever, because I know that's always like what they show, like it's gonna be like makes it better smooth. I don't see a difference.
Oh my gosh. No, I can absolutely tell the difference between
So
the regular
yeah.
Apple displays and their ProMotion displays. So I'm very, very excited that it is coming to the phones finally.
Well, that's exciting because like I said, I don't tell the difference. I can't see the difference. So I'm excited that
Yeah.
you're excited though.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just like my eyes just don't recognize the difference. I guess it is. My eyes just don't recognize the difference between the two. And like I don't know. Maybe I'm just not doing enough of back and forth. Like, but like I mean, my iPad has become my like couch device. Like that is all I'm on my couch now. Like there is no
Wow.
laptop.
Yeah. I mean, like, I am always like really sensitive to like the flickering of like LEDs and screens and whatnot. Like I can look at these nanoleaf panels above my computer and I can see the flicker in them.
Mm-hmm.
Like
That's
my
fair.
brain is really good at like filtering it out, but like
Yeah.
if I look at those, like I can, like, even if I'm sitting still, I'm like, okay, I can see the flicker in it. But I'm a
Huh.
freak, it's fine.
No, you're not. Some people can see it, some people can't. It's fine.
Yeah.
We got new cameras, always, as per
Woo.
usual. Um, a new telephoto that's 3 times optical zoom, which is amazing.
Yes.
Basically you get a 77 millimeter focal range.
On the telephoto. Yep.
Yeah, on the telephoto, which is again also insane.
Yeah.
I actually
See,
I don't have a lens that reaches 77.
I do.
Oh no, I do. This one does, but I don't use it out and about.
Yeah, but so they introduced, so the first like telephoto was 2x and it had been 2x for a few years. And then on the Pro Max last year, it was 2.5, but just on the Max.
Mm-hmm.
And this year they've added 3 across both of the Pro phones.
Woo. Yeah, it's great. It's nice. I always like seeing camera improvements. Always makes me question my need to buy camera stuff, but I always like seeing camera improvements because it's just one less barrier to like, I want a good photo. Well, now we can have one.
Yeah.
The wide lens got improvements somehow. I didn't pay attention to that. Did you?
Aperture sensor LMNOP. It's the same thing that they make better every year.
Exactly. The ultra wide though has the cool macro photography thing.
Yeah. The macro photography on the ultra wide and bringing night mode support to all 3 lenses.
Yeah.
Like the most exciting features of those devices for me.
I'm so excited because like night mode was like it was great. It's great because like even like I can take pictures of Thorgy in the dark and he comes out like pretty light and he moves a lot. So like, and it's not even jittery or anything. Like I love night mode. Like I'm super excited that it's going to be on more.
It's so
more
good.
lenses.
Same. Woo.
Another cool thing that they're doing is the photographic styles.
That I loved that.
Do you want to explain what it is, or do you want?
Yeah, sure. So, like, there are a bunch of different like preview. You can like, how do I explain it? So you can set like you want a vivid photo, or you want something that's like a little bit more muted or dramatic, but you can also adjust the tint and warmth and whatnot as well. And those can be saved as presets. So if you go to that specific preset, it remembers how you like to shoot, which I think is really cool. And it's just utilizing their computational photography. Like, this is something that you could do in post, but being able to set those styles in advance and see it as you're taking the photo, I think is really neat. And
And
I
then,
also, oh,
oh no, go keep going. Sorry.
gotcha. And I also think like this is going to be really good for like camera comparisons. Like, everyone's always like, "Oh, I love how my Google Pixel takes my photos this way, whereas Apple's takes it this way," where it gives you a little bit more control of exactly how your phone is taking the photo and what it's going to look like. Like, I think that's really neat.
Oh yeah. And then you can also, oh yeah, no, it's gonna be awesome. And then you can also, um, and then you can also do it. Can't you adjust it all also post? So
Yeah.
like, if you do it pre, and it does everything pre, and then you can also, if you're not happy with what happens, you can take it all out and post, like, which is super
Yeah.
awesome. Like, it's basically like you're taking a raw photo, applying your presets and what you would do in Lightroom or whatever while it's happening. And then if you say, oh, scratch that, I hate it all. Like, I want to make this look from like super summery to super fall. Like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Like, I just think that's so awesome. Like, I don't know. Like, I think it's super awesome that it's in the phone. And I know that's able to be in the phone because of the A15 chip and whatnot. Like, but like, how does, like, if we think it like I got really into photography over this, like, photography and videography and all this fun stuff over the break over the pandemic. It's not a break. But like, how would, like, I just wonder, like, if I'm sure like Sony or like Canon or Nikon, that's the other one, has to like be thinking of like how this actually affects them at the end of the day, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know the, like, the markets are two separate markets. Like, you have the market, the like pro market, even the pro YouTubers. Like, you have that market, which usually goes for the higher end, like Canon R3. I think they just announced whatever the Nikon version is. I'm sorry, I don't know Nikon.
That's fine.
Or the Sony A7S III. Like, you have those super high end, or Alpha one, or whatever the higher end one is. And then you have people like me and you who just like are like, yeah, let's go film some stuff.
Yeah.
And let's see. And like like, I reach for my DSLR. I go over here because I have my one of my cameras over here, and I'm like, cool, I'll go take it. I'll go like film my vlogs and whatnot with it. But like, I just like this. I mean, I don't like, how does the computational photography get from the phone to like the cameras that would just make it better?
Yeah.
I guess is the way. Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I like that actually ended up making a full coherent like thought. It did in my head, but
I picked it up. Like, you want the like Apple's
yeah,
computational photography in your SLR,
yeah.
basically. Yeah. Like, for me, like, I also have an SLR. I shoot Nikon. Sorry. Uh, for me, what's still like that beats out my iPhone in terms of optics.
Mm-hmm.
But like the quality of the photo itself, like, without just like the quality of the optics adds,
Mm-hmm.
like, there are a lot of times that I can take a better photo on my phone. And obviously, right out of the gate, the photo on my phone is actually most of the time better because I have
Mm-hmm.
to, because of the computational photography. Like, I then have to go in and edit the raw photo for my camera to make it look as good as what Apple shot. But you still can't beat the optics of like those full size lenses.
Right. Like, yeah. I mean, but like, imagine a world where they could just pick up the chip, the A15, plug it into your Nikon right now, get that computational photography plus the optics.
Ugh,
Like, that's
that
like,
would be amazing.
that's where it need, like, I shouldn't say that's where it needs to go, but like, even the like shots, like, we're about to talk about the videography thing next, I think. But like, even the like, they got those pro directors or videographers or whatever to do their promo shots or whatever. I'm pretty sure Apple paid them to go do that short filming
Yeah.
stuff that they did, like on the iPhone 13 Pros and Pro Maxes. Like those were like A quality shots there. Like, they weren't like, I would never know. I didn't think that behind the scenes shots were shot on the phone.
I didn't either.
Like, I was expecting them to be like, okay, cool. Now everything you saw that like was movie cut, like was movies, but we're not going to talk about the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we actually can't podcast because Jake's lights keep turning off.
Yep. Nope. Hey Siri, set streaming. All right, we got 15 minutes.
All right. But like, yeah, so, it's fine. But like, I want it to all combine together because like, even if like I know like a lot of tech podcasts talk about this, like maybe Apple could just make like a camera body basically that like has the interchangeable lens on it. Like, I mean, I would sell this camera in a heartbeat. I would probably sell that camera in a heartbeat. Like, goodbye,
I would too.
Everything else.
Goodbye Nikon and all my lenses that I've invested in over the years. Like if Apple made an SLR, like I would buy it in a heartbeat. I don't think they would.
I don't think so.
Because it would hurt iPhone sales.
You're not wrong, but like I still like, or if they got someone to like come out and just be like, here is our tech. Like, let's partner together. Again, they don't need the money, so they're not going to do it.
Yeah.
But like, I just like and I just want someone to be able to pull up the engineer, to take the engineers and be like, okay, make this work in this size phone.
Yeah.
Because like also like just or even to just improve like camera usability. Like the menus on all cameras are so convoluted.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Anyway, that's a different conversation for a different story.
Tune in next week or tune in the future.
Some point in the future. Subscribe, all that stuff, and you'll know more of that story. Anyway, I've been hinting at these video things that have been announced. Cinematic mode, which is super cool. So like basically you get to record in cinematic mode where you get to change the f-stop, add in the blurry background, add in the focusing. But what's even cooler about it, just like with portrait mode when they introduced it, you can change the focus later.
Mind blown.
Like what?
Right.
Like, but this is like one of the things that the computational part like gives you, because it can take all those frames at the same time, not bog anything down, and you get them in all these different focuses.
Yeah.
So you can just choose which one you want at that point.
Yeah, like I'm really excited to see like where this technology goes, because like when we were watching the clips, like it was incredible for a first pass at this technology. Like there are definitely like issues around like the fuzzy hair and whatnot, because like a lot of that blur is added in digitally. But it looked incredible, so I'm really excited to see like where that technology goes in the future as well.
Right.
But
and like
it's probably not going to work with my hair.
Probably not.
Portrait mode does not work with curly hair.
No, it does not. You are correct. But as the optics get better, which they do, they get better like every little tweak. Like every year they get at least a little bit better. Like as the optics get better, like portrait mode has gotten better. We'll start seeing like this stuff get better. Like I remember unboxing the 12 Pro Max, and I could get actually that blurry background like without having to go into portrait mode. Like that was just amazing. Like we'll start seeing that more and more as the cameras itself get better more and more.
Same. Yeah.
It's just so good. I'm so excited. Like, and being able to choose it later in post, like why am I even getting camera gear?
Right?
No, but for real, like why am I, if I could just go buy another phone?
Yeah. Do it. Optics. The optics are still better on your SLR. Just focus on that.
I know there's a reason, but
ignore all the extra work it takes to make the image look good after that. The optics are great.
Okay, but what if it just made my editing flow better, because I could record in ProRes video now and then output in ProRes video now?
That was, I think, one of the most exciting video announcements for me was just the fact that you can shoot in ProRes now.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And it's all coming from a phone.
Yup. Ugh. Granted, I don't do a whole lot of video work, so like, meh. doesn't really apply to me, but still, just like whenever I do video work, I am always using ProRes.
Right.
And so, like, the fact that I can just shoot in ProRes now is
Mhm.
so cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Like all these, like, just like how much, because it has all the space and it has all the sensors and everything, like the chip in it and all that, like it allows for all these things to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Apple.
And like I said,
Thanks.
in that promo video, like I didn't know. The average
Same.
person isn't going to know. I wonder how many people sat there and just like, oh yeah, they used whatever on this. And then it was like, JK, we used the iPhone.
Yeah, including the behind the scenes. Like that's where it got me
Uh-huh.
because like I was on alert, like watching the promo video that they shot. Like, okay, like yep, okay, there's a little bit of blur on the edge. Like this is obviously shot on the phone. It looks incredible, but obviously shot with a phone. But then my brain just turned that filter off whenever they were showing like the behind the scenes stuff. And then at the end they were like, we also shot the behind the scenes stuff on the iPhone. I'm like, what?
So are you ready for like next year for them to be like, so you like Ted Lasso season 3? Guess what? It was all shot and edited on the iPhone 14 Pro Max.
I don't think.
No, I think that's too advantageous. But what if that happened?
Yeah, I feel like there could be like some project on Apple TV Plus where Apple shoots entirely on iPhone. I don't think they would do it with Ted Lasso.
I mean, no,
but,
Ted
like,
Lasso is too. It is just the first Apple TV show that came to my mind.
Yeah. Oh, Ted Lasso. We should have like a Ted Lasso episode where we just talk about Ted Lasso.
We have to wait for it to all be out and then for me to watch it. Because I stopped watching it because it was out weekly. I didn't realize they were all out whenever we started watching. They weren't all out for season 2.
Yeah, that's fair. It is a good binge.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But yeah, I mean that's just crazy. Like I'm just excited for all of this and I don't know what else I'm excited for. I'm just excited for it to see where this goes and see how it influences like the rest of the market.
Yeah.
And now I'm excited to watch all the YouTubers like be like, I got this iPhone 13 Pro Max and let's compare it to the A7S III that you were thinking of buying.
Yeah. Next week's iPhone review videos, like, that's gonna be so good.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. And of course, because they added all that, they made battery life better, 1.5 and 2.5 light batteries more.
The battery was already insane on that Pro Max. Like,
yeah,
an extra 2.5. I can't even process
that. Prices are the same, which is crazy for all these things. Like, especially with like the chip shortage and such happening. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing Apple just has their ways.
Or they're eating the cost.
Yeah. I'm sure they're expecting it to bounce back at some point.
Someday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was shocked that the prices for the iPhones like stayed the same.
Mm-hmm. Same.
Like, yeah. Wow.
1 terabyte storage though for a phone.
Love it.
I mean, I can see it with the ProRes video. So like if you're really shooting in that ProRes and you're shooting all of that kind of stuff, like I can totally see it. I knew it was just a matter of time when it came down. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love your note in the notes. 1 terabyte storage? Is it necessary? Yeah.
It's necessary if you think about like the video and the photo stuff.
Yeah.
I think I went with 512 last year because of Pro Raw, which I don't shoot enough in Pro Raw. Can I latch it yet? Can I latch it on yet?
I don't know.
Because that's why I don't shoot in it, because it doesn't latch on. Because I forget to latch it back on.
Oh, yeah, I always turn it on when I'm taking a photo. I'm like, oh, this is going to need a little bit more love in post. I turn it on.
Mm-hmm. I just always forget. There's lots that need a little extra love, and I'm like, oh, I should have shot that in Pro Raw once I sit back down with my phone, and I'm like, and it's gone now because that was days ago.
Yup.
I've started carrying around my camera also, so if I need anything fancy, usually I just grab that, and I'm like, okay, we'll see that in like 2 weeks.
And then you can make all the tweaks that you need.
Yeah.
You gotta get developed.
Is this the time where I get to ask what you're ordering?
Yes.
Okay.
So.
Oh, real quick though, everything pre-order. I mean, all the phones pre-order Friday.
Yes.
That's the only thing pre-ordering on Friday, right?
Yep. Yeah, the new iPads are on sale now. iPhone pre-orders start Friday, and Apple Watch is later this year. The rumor mill is saying that they ran into some production issues, but
As
they
did
are back up and
everything.
running full speed and getting that initial batch of Apple Watches ready. So
Cool.
I would anticipate they will announce an actual date in a few weeks. But right now it just says later this fall.
All
But
right. Well, that makes sense. And as long
yeah.
as it doesn't, I don't think it'll be like Air Power, where they just kept saying later this year, later this year, later this year. And then 2 years go by and it's still, and then they said, never mind.
Yeah, Series 7 will exist.
Yeah.
Air power, nope.
Not so
Rip.
much.
Rip.
All
No. But
right.
yeah. So, I'm very excited about all of the new features that were introduced in the Pro phones.
Mm-hmm.
I mostly on the photography side. Like all the video stuff is fun. I just don't do a whole lot of video, so it doesn't really apply to me.
Mm-hmm.
Love the promotion display. I'm very excited that that exists. And the macro photography on the ultra wide is also really exciting to me. That's it.
I mean, that's
Like
basically
that
that's the difference, though. Those are the differences between that and the regular.
exactly. So like I when I was watching the event, I was like, okay, yep, I'm gonna get the Pro. I don't need the Pro Max because the camera is the same on the Pro and the Pro Max again.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna get the Pro. It's gonna be great. And then I took a nap. I slept on it. And I woke up and I was like, okay, that Pro motion display is incredible. I think that is the biggest selling point for me for the Pro.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and looked at the pricing, and it's like an extra $20 a month because I'm on the iPhone upgrade program. It would cost
Mm-hmm.
me an extra $20 a month to get the Pro motion display in the Pro phone over the iPhone 13 mini.
Mm-hmm.
And then I started thinking about like, do I really need to upgrade this year? Like, because the camera is really good in the iPhone 12. Do I
Mm-hmm.
need to upgrade? I didn't upgrade from the 10 to the 10s because like there weren't enough improvements that I found
That's fair.
beneficial, and I survived that year without the 10s.
How?
Okay, it was hard. There were moments where I'm like, I really wish I had that phone, but I survived.
Okay.
However, because I'm on the iPhone upgrade program, if I didn't upgrade this year, I would continue to pay however much I pay for my iPhone 12 Pro Max, this big, bulky phone that kind of annoys me with how big it is.
Mm-hmm.
Or for $20 less a month, I can have a year of the 13 mini, which is teeny tiny, and I love it. The only thing, like, I would miss the telephoto lens,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not my most frequently used lens.
Have you done an
And
analysis of that?
I haven't. I know how
Yeah.
frequently I use it.
I know some people who are like who contemplate and then they do the analysis of it to make sure. And then
Yeah.
they're like, oh crap, I can't get rid of it.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna get the mini.
All right. Good for you.
Yep. And then next year,
It's gonna be an even
come
better
back
upgrade.
to the Pro, and it's gonna be an insane upgrade for me.
Yeah.
And then the only other thing that I'm gonna miss, I think, is shooting in ProRAW.
Mm-hmm.
Because I do shoot in ProRAW a lot, where like I am out and about with my phone, and there's this opportunity to take a really beautiful photo, but it's gonna need a little bit of love. I can just real quick switch over to RAW, and it
Mm-hmm.
does help. But I don't use it a whole lot, so I think I can give it up for a year.
And
see
if
what
you,
happens.
I mean, ultimately, if you decide, I'm going to try not to spend your money this time. Just very much not like me. I am very good at spending other people's money. I'm very good at spending my own money. But,
Yep.
but if you do decide, oh no, I'm missing a lot of photos. I know your camera isn't the smallest in the world, but you could take it if you needed to, or if you wanted
Exactly.
to. Like if you're like,
Yep.
oh crap, I'm missing all these wonderful photos. Like you could be like, oh, they're really important to me. I guess I'll bring my Nikon.
Yeah, like I've got this high-end Nikon, and I
Hmm.
treated myself to a really nice lens. I got my dream lens for it.
Is that the
Like, if
24
I
to
carried
70? Or is it a different one?
yes. Yep. Yeah. 2.8 aperture through the whole
Mhm.
range. Like, it's great. It's big and bulky,
Mhm.
which is why I don't carry it around. I usually grab that phone when I'm specifically going out to
Yeah,
take photos.
that's fair.
But if I'm just like out and about, my iPhone.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think I'm gonna order the mini. There are still a few days, so I'm probably gonna go back and forth multiple times. And if I do end up getting the Pro, not the Pro Max, I'm not even considering that. If I do end up getting the Pro, it's going to be for the ProMotion display.
That's fair.
But I think I'm going to do the Mini this year.
Do it. See how that goes.
Yeah. Megan,
Yeah.
what phone are you getting?
There is never a question on whether I'm getting the Pro or the regular. I'm always getting the Pro.
Yep.
There is never a question there. I will be getting the 13 Pro in I'm not going to go Pro Max. It's too big. I don't travel anymore. There is no reason for me to have a Pro Max. Part of the reason of having the Pro Max was the camera differences and the 12 and the camera differences, which were great. If I was going to travel, I had this big there was supposed to be a big plan. If I was staying at high end, I part of my job was traveling. I was going to start a travel vlog. I was also part of getting into photography and stuff because I was expecting it to pick up once the pandemic Lovato was over. But alas, here we are, still in it, still not really traveling. And also I have a new job. I was like, great, the phone will be good, a good addition to the camera, like it'll be great. That's not happening. I need the battery life if that was going to happen. It's not happening. I don't need the battery life as much. I work here exactly where, if you're watching the YouTube video, you see me right now.
Yep.
So, with that being said, I can go down to the smaller size, to the 13 Pro. Same camera, same internals. I'm gonna go with blue still because blue is pretty. And this, what is the Sierra blue is even? I think it's prettier than the Pacific blue. To be honest,
I do too.
I like the light blue color
Mm-hmm.
rather than the dark blue color.
Yeah, that blue, the blue of the 12 and the 13, it's just so good.
Mm-hmm.
On the 13.
Yeah.
Pros. Sorry, pros.
Yeah. Well, I think the 13 regular blue, they have regular blue too in the 13, right?
Yeah, which is gonna match my Apple Watch.
Ooh, does it match better?
Yeah, that's pretty good blue.
Nice.
What do they call it? New blue finish. Is that what you call it? Blue? Is it just
It's
called
just blue.
Apple.
All right, and now Jake is gonna get the 13 Pro so that they can get a fancy color blue.
Yeah, it's literally, they just call it blue.
It's blue, pink, midnight. There is not a space gray in the iPhone 13.
Nope.
Starlight and product red.
They have Midnight and Starlight, which are like super pretentious color names, but then they just call the blue one blue.
Hold on, pause real quick. I just got a text from Katie.
Okay.
And hold on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Do 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 do. We really need a like a be right back screen. Oh well. How's it going, internet? I'm vamping or something or whatever you call it. Is Matt Meek still watching? I don't have all the administrative capabilities that Megan does.
You can't just say I have a problem and then be like, "Oh, you're not done? Oh, don't worry about it. Go back." How did vamping go?
Matthew was really nervous.
Matthew was giving you some encouragement there.
Thanks, Matt Meeks. I was so nervous. Like, you just disappeared. I'm like, is everything okay? Oh no.
Text said, "I have a problem," and I'm like, "Oh no, what is it?" And I'm like, I have 2 of the animals. What about the other 2? What if something's going on?
Oh.
And here we are. It was.
Yeah.
I was told to go finish.
Well, Matt Meeks, you got to enjoy that. Probably make it in the real podcast. once it's
But
edited later tonight. But
it'll be on YouTube forever now.
forever.
Oh, what storage are you gonna get? We didn't talk about that.
128.
Okay.
Yeah, 128 is what I currently have. Through the wonders of iCloud, like I don't get close enough to worry about needing to upgrade to the 256. So I'm gonna get the cheapest iPhone 13, the tiny babyest, like entry levelist iPhone 13 mini in 128 gigs in blue. Oh, the blue is so pretty.
Ooh, it is pretty. Blue is gonna be pretty. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's where I'm iffy about is my storage because I know I'm getting Sierra Blue. I know I'm getting 13 Pro.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know storage wise yet. I have, and this doesn't help me because I currently have a 256 gigabytes. Are you ready to hear what I have available?
Yes.
271.81 gigabytes.
It's iCloud.
So, like, is it adding my iCloud storage? I mean, it's not adding all of my iCloud storage to that, but like,
no, but like a lot of your data gets compressed and offloaded to the cloud.
But I guess they gave me more storage than what I have on the phone, though, because like the capacity of the phone is 256 gigs.
Mm-hmm.
My availability is 271.
Oh, I got those numbers wrong. Oh, geez, my dad's calling. Oh, jeez.
Oh no! Do you need to pause real quick?
Nope.
Okay.
But
what I'm understanding is I really don't need the 1 terabyte phone, even if I were to shoot like in ProRes all the time.
Yeah.
So I will probably just stick with 256 for the time being.
Fascinating. Is that a bug?
I would assume so. I would assume that it's a bug. I'm on beta right now. I'm on the 15 beta, developer beta, so I would assume it's a bug. It's just I was just not expecting when I opened that up to see a higher number under available.
Yeah, because I have 128 gigs.
I wonder if they just swapped the number. I wonder if it's a stupid addition bug.
Fix the math. Fix the math.
So it should be like, I'm probably using like 30 gigs, maybe. Also, the deal was whenever I was traveling, I would need more space because I would download like everything, like songs, podcasts, some videos, like stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't travel. So
yeah.
Not as necessary for me.
Yeah, I don't anymore.
Perfect.
So I will at some point again. We will soon. Well, we're gonna have our first weekend away from the from like a living house in this weekend. Oh, it's so nice.
So exciting.
Yeah, it is very exciting. All right, so you're gonna get iPhone Mini in blue. I'm gonna get the iPhone Pro in blue, and we'll be twinsies ish.
Twinsies of bluish. Different blues, even. Dang it.
Yeah.
We'll both have new iPhones. That's what makes us
there
twins.
We go. And they'll be on the same day.
Yes. But yeah, other takeaways from today's event. They didn't talk about AirPods.
Were you expecting AirPods? I don't keep up with the rumors, so
yeah. The rumor mill is like, AirPods 3 are going to be today. Like the rumor mill was like iPhone, Apple Watch, AirPods. Like that was what it was going to be. Last minute, they were like, "Oh, they're also going to be
iPads.
Released the entry level iPad."
Oh, so the Mini was just out of blue.
iPad Mini was a surprise to me, but
yeah. Interesting. I mean, I don't know. What could they? I guess better battery life in the AirPods. Like,
better battery life, better
upgrade the chip. I wonder if they were like, "Hey, we have to scrap the AirPods so that we can focus our chip manufacturers on." Chips for the other things.
Maybe, yeah. And there's also rumors that they're working on whether it was going to be the AirPods 3 or a future version of AirPods. I'm not 100% sure, but there are rumors saying that they are looking to integrate health features into the AirPods,
or just the glasses.
Additional sensors and whatnot. And glasses, Apple glasses. I'm so ready for Apple glasses. There was a rumor this morning that says Apple ordered a bunch of samples of some micro LED displays to be used with
Ooh.
their augmented reality headset that they're supposedly working on. And the displays that they picked out are going to have a resolution of 3,000 pixels per inch.
I mean, I know it has to, so that it doesn't like cause motion sickness and whatnot. But like, dear Lord, that's crazy.
Yeah, so it'll be exciting to see what comes out of the AR VR world for Apple down the line. But in the immediate future, rumors are saying that we're going to have another event this fall where they announce at least the next generation of Apple Silicon.
Ooh, I wonder.
MacBook Pros.
Yeah, so we'll probably. I mean, because they usually do the fall Pro with the MacBook line or the Mac line at least.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder if we'll see a. I know the rumor is you'll see a M1X or MX or whatever
they end up calling it.
Yeah. Of the Mac Mini also.
Mm-hmm.
Not just MacBook Pros.
Yeah.
I wonder how that'll be.
Like we'll get another event later this year, and if we do, we'll be here.
Always. This was fun. This is our first live stream.
Yeah, this was super fun. Thanks for joining us, Matt Meeks.
I was going to mention that at the beginning, but I forgot. Yeah, thanks, Matt. Thanks. Woo.
Just for you, Matt Meeks.
Yeah. Yeah, it was the first one. I hope we keep doing them. I think.
Yeah, this was super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down to record live.
Sweet. Is there anything else? Or
that's it for me.
We can put this one in the books.
Let's book it.
All right. So everyone, thank you for listening and watching if you're on YouTube to us ramble and whatnot. Make sure to like, heart, star, follow, subscribe, do whatever it is you need to do to say you like us, because we need affirmation that we are actually being good. No, I'm just kidding. We know we're good.
Yeah.
Or is that too cocky? I'm sorry.
We're the best.
We are the best, though. We will be back another day. That is yet another today to talk about more tech.
Are we still live?
Yeah, we're going out.